Nemesis Lassos 500 mil. So there's gonna be certain players who won't even dream of touching that unless months of grinding in DC cash. Or they could, this is what I do, guys. The only thing that's gonna be expensive in the broker is the most rarest collection. If you can get lucky enough just to get that drop, then sell enough stuff to buy the other collection pieces in broker. It's always cheap. It's always cheap. So, and that will increase your chances once you open up the time capsules. I'm trying to give you all a game on how to, like, escape like the bullshit, before it happens. I mean, get yours now before, yeah. So, I mean, just understand that it's starting to become a DPS economy type thing, and they can be controlled by players. Players can control who's OP and who's not low key.
I forgot to tell you I'm a fiend. Hit me with a dose of dopamine in my dreams. I'm the type of nigga who be always smoking green.
Alright, DC community, mad gang. I'm not gonna lie. I told y'all was gonna see more of me, but there's a pressing issue that I feel like, long story short, I was streaming today and we got onto the Nemesis Lasso topic. A lot of, someone in stream was talking about how hard it is to get and stuff. Me always looking at the broker. Since I have Nemesis Lasso, I don't ever look back, I went to the broker to see what the issue was. You know what I'm saying? Everyone was like, go look. You know what I'm saying? So I went in this bitch, typed it in. Check this out, bro. This shit's crazy. At minimum, 565 mil, right? The collection is at 500 mil. Guys, it's rare for the collection is always like what's it called? Less expensive than the Nemesis Lasso, bro. Only because, it takes, long story short, the fact that it's like this, it's orchestrated. Not even like sugarcoating shit. Don't even know. This is insane. Um and the reason why I'm talking about this is because when you have a game in which your own player base is calling it play to win, and players are somehow taking advantage of that, and they're making these iconics, behind a player based paywall, to the point where players control who's OP and who's not. And it's a 500 mil DC cash. I mean, this is why people are saying that you don't need Lasso. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they can. There's no way they're gonna touch it. I'm happy I have Lasso, and it's crazy because to if you play this game or is interested in playing this game, if you would have, if you, y'all tapped in. I was saying that this item is going to be very high price. I didn't know it would be controlled, right? I thought you would see a lucky sale, 300, 400 mil maybe. Anybody who has a Lasso and is selling between 400 to 500 mil is catching a sale, because nobody's trying to pay broker prices. Everyone goes to trade chat to find a deal. And honestly, what's weird to me is that the broker prices determine what, like, the broker prices will tell you what other players are talking about in trade. If you see people only asking to buy this, you know what I'm saying? Um, it's weird to me because either they're trying to buy up all of them, you know what I'm saying, to the point where, um, there's none left and they can control the prices. Um, the people who do have it, it's like they're only, think about this. You give Nemesis Lasso to somebody, they give you 500 mil. The person doesn't use Nemesis Lasso, and they have that trade to always have 500 mil. All you got to do is not use the iconic, and you'll stay rich forever. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it's disingenuous to new players and players who's trying to, guys, y'all don't realize this is why I'm making this video. Time capsules. Do y'all realize that the Nemesis Lasso can disappear? Probably forever. Whoever's like, for instance, I have 470 something time capsules, right? And I thought about this. I was like, what if my time capsules are the only ones in the game? Like, I was the only one that had this much left. You know what I'm saying? And it's the only way you could get the lasso. After everyone redeemed the iconic and stuff, you need the collection to get the iconics, right? What if it was hard to get? What if it was year 2035 and Nemesis Lasso? It's hard to even have that unless they bring them back, but I don't think they will. It's called time capsules. You know what I'm saying? Guys, when the new iconic drops, please just, if you really want it, bro, do whatever you can to get it. Me spending 400 for Nemesis Lasso, I'm not even like mad at that anymore. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being real, there's no way that, I mean, thing is, I'm not gonna farm that much bread to put that on an alt anyway. Um, DC has to do something about this somehow. Have some sort of thing. I mean, they made ninth metal not tradable. You remember that? You can't put them in broker or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And when players are controlling the pay to win aspect like this, bro, um, I'm gonna make a video on this. I call it. I played so many MMOs that have words for it. Well, actually, no. I mean, we kind of cover it here. It's a vampiric MMO. You know, and Elder Scrolls Online used to be a vampire, and if you wanted to be a vampire, it used to cost a certain amount of money to get bit by a real player and become a vampire and have those abilities. It was the coolest thing around. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on. Hold on. Let's say loving healing. Um, yeah. So DC is starting to become that. If you, but instead the language is, if you want it, contact me type deal. Um, I remember when I got bat swarm pretty easily. I got a lot of like old stuff from time capsules pretty easily just through simple trades and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of those things, bro. And I feel so bad for the community. Like, no, like if I could find the clip, I'll put it in here. But it just breaks my heart because 500 mil is really steep, bro. I remember what it felt like being like a new player ish to the broker and trying to get money to get what I wanted, and how mind-boggling it is not even have enough. And guys, I don't see that price going down. I think they got enough. To be honest, anything that's being put in broker under 500 mil, someone who controls the broker is buying it and is replacing it. They rather be broke than give a Nemesis Lasso away. It just shows that they have power. It's a lot of gloating in the game, knowing that no new player, they control the DPS, right? They control the DPS economy. To be honest, it's actually deeper than I thought, bro. Yeah, whoever's controlling the Nemesis Lassos is controlling the DPS economy for sure. Because all of these new builds that's coming out that has all these iconics in it, and they say new OP build, and someone goes and they watch it and they realize it's full of iconics, and they're gatekeeping iconics, bro. It's like, is it really content worth consuming? I mean, I don't know. It's just like, even I need to get better at that. I can't just drop something that has hella iconics. I have to be fluid as a content creator. You know what I'm saying? I have to play both sides. So those are just things that I'm taking into account because you know what I'm saying. I would rather everybody be able to dress their character the way their abilities is set up. You know what I'm saying? Make an Amazonian character and have Nemesis Lasso and be really dope with it, bro, and have your name being thrown out there. It's like PvP died. PvP died, bro. Hopefully they bring it back, but something like this is a PVE killer, bro. They better get ahead of this now. I'm so serious, bro. I'm so serious. The fact that is like there's a lot of lassos in there. There's more lassos than the collections, bro. I mean, the collections are rare, but like that's that's an issue, fam. That's an issue, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, let me see. Y'all think Bat Swarm is in here? I wonder what Bat Swarm is going for. And the Bat Swarm is being sold not like Nemesis Lasso. Let's say, then this is before I click on it. If Bat Swarm is being sold at like 300, 400 ish mil, no, not even 400. Anything less than 400, that means that all the Nemesis Lassos is being controlled, bro. Oh, this is even worse. Wow. Wait, what's that? Oh my god. MK. Wait, what's that thing called? It's called MK something, I'm not sure. Oh man. I don't know what that collection is. Wow. You know what? And that's Bat Swarm. And that was last iconic. Damn, bro. Yo, these iconic abilities are, and remember I said this in another video. Um these iconic abilities will create different types of DC players. Right now, you could say that if you have every iconic, so far I have uh everyone, yeah. It's like you got the Omnitrix. You can build whatever build you want. You know what I'm saying? If you're missing one, let's say you're this, and let's say you're this power, and every power knows that this iconic is good with this power, and you don't have it, right? You have everything else except that, and you realize that the damage is like, not adding up, and you're spending all this money trying to make your damage do good without this one thing. I mean, it's behind the paywall. You know what I'm saying? The only way to get it is to spend. And, whoever is controlling this stuff is like, the wall is you spending your real money, buying the time capsules for a less than 1% drop. You're going to have to go to them to get it more easily, right? That's how I've always gotten mine whenever I didn't have A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this once. If you truly value the history of DC and where your character is right now, if you get the iconic, this new one at least, if you get the collection, make sure you have it redeemed first. Don't just sell it assuming, you know what I'm saying? The fuck? Is that's not a feat. That's not a feat. Why did I think that was a feat? I don't know. But all I'm saying is don't please just redeem it, bro. Don't don't be mad that you sold that shit. I know I've been preaching get rich off the broker. I might not even sell mine if I get two. This is a scary situation, you know what I'm saying? I knew it would go up in price. I thought the game was in this new era, this new state where people coming back and all. It's a little bit flexible. But these in-game players, bro, and they are in-game players. There's no way. If like it's a lot of things, it's a lot of variables that can go into this, but the only reason why I'm talking like this is because I can read the broker. The broker will tell you everything you need in DC, how DPSing is, what's OP, you know what I'm saying, all that shit, bro. And the DPS economy. And honestly, this is a new thing, guys. Next DLC, I'm maxing out my healer gear first. As we know, I'm not switching to Heartlight. Celestial DPS isn't there, but I rather really fuck with the new buff healing and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Get back into my healing bag, and then I'll do the DPS shit later. You know what I mean? But yeah, so support role holidays. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's starting to look crazy. It's starting to look crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I don't see that price coming down anytime soon. And then this next iconic. I mean, I don't know. I know there's a lot of whole absolute comic series and stuff, but hopefully they figure something out. And they're not just gonna give these iconics away. They know these are behind the paywall. They know how it is. You know what I'm saying? So, um, get it as any means possible. And it sucks. It has to be this way. It sucks. I apologize. I apologize. It's like this, bro, because it's not. It's not going to be lucrative. Like consuming content, people who have these iconics and really depend on them, it's going to create discussions, it's going to create arguments, controversies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, these reworks just got to be on point, to the point where these iconics are optional. So let's hope Hardlight has some sort of, too many good abilities to even use this stuff. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to talk y'all's head off about this. But yeah, as you know, and from what the graph tells us is that Bat Swarm, it being as OP as it is too, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people even run that shit, bro. People just want to have it, is the most in broker, bro, to be honest. It's higher than it is in Nemesis Lasso. I thought it would be lower because, Bat Swarm, I mean, people have been asking about it, but it's like, it's a popularity thing. If you see a lot of, you know, um, content about Nemesis Lasso, OP, OP, OP. A lot of players want it, of course. That's all players talk about. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? People are gonna take advantage of that shit, bro. So it's like you gotta play smart. Look, there's two sides of DC. There's playing DC and there's actually like playing DC. Like, because if you're not conscious of this stuff and you still wanna like have fun in this game, I mean honestly, it's not even like DLCs are free and all this stuff. And this time capsule thing with this paywall thing is kind of crazy. But players taking advantage of it like this, buying them all up, and then just put, you know what I'm saying? The only reason why I know a play like a group or whoever is buying this all up is because there's somebody out there who is probably not max geared or something who just wants a little bit of money and would sell that bitch in broker for like 385 mil or 300 mil just to get 300 as a you know what I'm saying, as a character coming up who doesn't really know nobody. You know what I'm saying? But they can't even like get their hands on one in the first place. Shout out Micro. He has like 300 something mil. He was in Discord. He was like, yo, I'm ready to buy the Nemesis Lasso. Just to think you need 200 something mil more? Damn. Rough world. Rough world, bro. I mean, I don't even know how you can even fix this. It's a lot of dead ends. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy I got my shit, bro. I already know. I already know. I already know. I know there's a lot of players right now behind the screen or whatever. Like, really feel what I'm saying. Like, I can see y'all's position, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like even when I was talking to hella people today in my Discord, like hella. You know what I'm saying? And it's always about what to run and what to this, what to that. Guys, these iconics is on the same level as allies and arts. Point blank period, bro. So when they're inflated like this in the broker, and it is behind this DPS economy that players do control, some shit gotta change, bro. Some shit gotta change, man. Not gonna lie. Support roles coming back to DC. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? It seems like they're making a lot of money off of DPSs. You know what I'm saying? Support roles, bro. Because nobody's gonna be itching to be playing tank and all that other stuff. So hopefully they do that shit. I ain't gonna lie. That's something that they should do. You know what I'm saying? They should yeah, DPSs are good for probably a good year. Just revamp all the powers. Don't add no time capsule iconics. Add the fun iconics, I guess, like Scarecrow stuff and Magma. You know what I'm saying? That stuff that really feels optional to run and is low key really good. You know, when you start adding all this OP shit and it screams paywall, it's two paywalls, bro. It's the DC paywall for 1%. Everyone has to go through that. Look, it's gonna be cheap first day. It's not like real world Black Friday. It's gonna be cheap first day because especially when other players have access to it. You know what I'm saying? They might want to put it in broker or whatnot. I mean, people are gonna put this stuff in broker, but it's not gonna sell for 6 to 800 mil, bro. Um, no, I don't. I mean, if you put it up there for that much, and then it's just gonna be those players. I mean, it's just gonna be a bunch of trading. They're just trading. You know what I'm saying? They're not really winning any money or getting any more. You know what I'm saying? If someone with 2 billion puts the new iconic in there for 600 mil, and someone else with 2 billion gets it, you know, they get the ability and spent 600 mil, and that one has 2 billion, 2.2 billion 600 million DC cash, then they both have this equal value. You know what I'm saying? What do you do? Do you hoard it like a Promethean lot box? Is that what you do to gloat that you have one? Because you're never gonna go down in that price, because you would always lose money if you did. Right? It will probably be up in price by 1 billion, but like by another player probably who wants that shit on another. Oh, it will just be passed around from a bunch of jerks circling DC idiots, bro, who don't know how to like expand the game in a communicative way. It's raining outside. It's raining. I can hear it. Yeah, I know the storm's coming. I'm in North Carolina, so pray for me. But yeah, they're just gonna be passing that shit around because whatever it's valued at, like for instance, Nemesis Lassos 500 mil. So there's gonna be certain players who won't even dream of touching that unless months of grinding in DC cash. Or they could, this is what I do, guys. The only thing that's gonna be expensive in the broker is the most rarest collection. If you can get lucky enough just to get that drop, then sell enough stuff to buy the other collection pieces and broker. It's always cheap. It's always cheap. So, and that will increase your chances once you open up the time capsules. And I'm trying to give you all a game on how to like, you know what I'm saying, escape like the bullshit, before it happens. I mean, get yours now before, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, just understand that it's starting to become a DPS economy type thing, and they can be controlled by players. Players can control who's OP and who's not low key. And it's like the Hunger Games. You know how in the Hunger Games all them niggas was all rich and full of themselves and stuff, chilling. And you got like the lower level folks, you know what I'm saying, fighting to compete and all this other stuff, trying to impress big people, build their name, their reputation. And then they elect them to be one of them. But in this case, it's not even about how much money you got anymore. Like in real life money. It's not even about that. It's about like, you know, fucking DC cash and the rarest shit. Hey, I mean, I started out this game being a PvP person and collecting stuff. I mean, I had my Batman rank 6 collecting stuff and putting it in broken and selling it. I'm not new to this. I've been around this shit. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to like real projection on what's about to happen, I mean, honestly, the first day is gonna be dope. Um, Get your iconic, bro. Get your iconic. Everybody should be running around with this iconic, bro. In my opinion, like you know what I'm saying, or somewhere close to it. Don't let it get to these proportions. And honestly, I expect the iconic to be around 325 mil. I mean, I don't know. I could be tripping, but people are gonna be watching the broker probably buying them up. You know what I'm saying, as they get placed in there. So you're probably gonna have to play the time capsule game a little bit, and you got to kind of find some. You might lose a deal or two trying to get this shit. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, I don't want to take too much of y'all's time. I know this shit too long, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, be easy. Take what I said into account. This DLC is coming out. I really like to see some more a positive trend, and the community, and what y'all build with this when this new shit drops. You know what I'm saying. So hey, be easy. Holidays, Iamadd out, bro. This is my warning. I be warning y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really here for new players and returning players and casual players, even vet players. You know what I'm saying? We be having a good time, bro. I know the stream today was lit, bro. It was lit. We was having fun. We was PvPing. We was doing all type of shit. You know, hey, make sure y'all join the community, bro. Especially the Discord, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people's in there ready to help, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's been a blast, like just for everyone to have access. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has access to information. You know, even me. You know what I'm saying, bro? There was this one guy. There was one guy. He texted me. He was talking. He was on Xbox, and he was like, "Bro, I'm surprised you even responded." Yeah, that's what we do over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's no ego shit, bro. We are the underdogs. That's what Iamadd is like. You know what I'm saying? Type deal, bro. They summoning me. They want me to do that plus run. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna edit this shit. Uh, should I do the plus, bro? I gotta piss, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see what's up with him. But yo, be easy. You know what I'm saying? My warning to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Much love, bro. Peace. Holidays.
Iamadd makes hits. Go stream his music.